Next, come to the other type of stoichiometric defect, that is ionic crystal. The defect found in ionic crystal. Defect found in non-ionic crystals are vacancy defect and interstitial defect. Defect found in ionic crystals are Frankel defect and Schottky defect. Start with Frankel defect. FR defect. Frankel, অসমত কলো Frankel defect. Now, এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ defect আমি ক'ত পাওঁ? ধৰি ললো আমি এটা crystal আঁকিলো। ঠিক আছে? এটা particle বিলাক এনেকৈ সজাই গলো। দেখি দেখিলা এটা খালি জায়গা দেখিলা ইয়াত এটা interstitial. So this type of defect is called Frankel defect. What you have seen that some particles has been replaced from its own position. A particle to a জায়গাৰ পৰা ইয়ালৈ গুচি গৈছে। Have you seen this? তুমি যদি চোৱা this is the particle which is displaced from its original side to the new sides. So Frankel defect is such kind of defect in which a given particle displaced from its original side to new side. কিছুমান কণিকা lattice point নিজৰ জায়গাৰ পৰা অন্তৰ্বৰ্তী স্থানলৈ স্থানান্তৰিত হয়। So that is why it is also called as dislocation defect. Now in this type of defect a vacancy is created. So vacancy defect created at its original side and interstitial defect is created in the new side. যিটো জায়গাৰ পৰা lattice point আঁতৰি যায় সেই জায়গাটোত there is a অনধিকাৰ ত্ৰুটিৰ সৃষ্টি হয়। There is a vacancy defect at this place and the new place যিটো জায়গাত যাব তাতে এটা অন্তৰ্বৰ্তী ত্ৰুটিৰ সৃষ্টি হয়। ঠিক আছে? So due to this displacement, this is dislocation defect or Frankel defect. There will be no change in the number of ion. Ionৰ সংখ্যাৰ কোনো পৰিৱৰ্তন নহয়। দেখিছানে? কোনো ধৰণৰ পৰিৱৰ্তন নহয়। So সেই কাৰণে ইয়াত density remain same. ইয়াতে density টো একে থাকে। ঠিক আছে? Density remain the same. And as well as there is no increase in number of cation or anion. কোনো ধৰণৰ আয়নৰ সংখ্যাৰ পৰিৱৰ্তন হোৱা নাই। And that is why electrical neutrality is also maintained. All right. Now what type of crystal will show Frankel defect? You see that there are certain particles, certain substances like in which the size difference between the cation and the anion is very large. যদি কেটায়নতকে এনায়নৰ সাইজটো বহুত বেছি ডাঙৰ হয়, there is a large difference between the size of the cation and anion, then those type of crystal will show Frankel defect. Frankel defector ভিতৰত আছে for example তুমি যদি চোৱা এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ ক্ৰিষ্টেল পাবা যেনেকুৱা জিংক সালফাইড, সিলভাৰ আয়োডাইড, silver bromide. This type of substances will exhibit Frankel defect. Next type of ionic defect, next type of stoichiometric defect found in ionic crystals are called as Schottky defect. Another ধৰণৰ Schottky defect. It is Schottky defect যদি আমি চাওঁ, this is Schottky defect. In Schottky defect, again you see it is a ionic solid, so ions are arranged in a definite order. Minus, plus, minus, plus. এক ধৰণৰ বিশেষ ধৰণৰ আমি এটা পাৰ্থক্য দেখুৱাইছো। ইয়াতে যদি তুমি চোৱা প্লাস মাইনাস প্লাস মাইনাস প্লাস মাইনাস প্লাস মাইনাস তো মাইনাস প্লাস there should have been a plus here. এটা প্লাস থাকিব লাগে। So আনহাতে ইয়াতে যদি চোৱা there should have been a minus here. So this type of defect is found those type of solid in which equal number of cation and anion is missing. Why it need to be equal number of cation and anion has to be missing? Because due to such defect the stoichiometry must be maintained. Cation and anion মাজত যেটো ratio সেই ratio to maintain হ'ব লাগিব। So equal number of charge, equal number of positive negative ion is missing. If there may be a crystal, something like other type of crystal, where ratio is not 1:2, then number of missing cation and anion may not be the same. যদি ratio to 1:1 নহয় stoichiometric, তো cation and anion সংখ্যা সমান নহব পাৰে, but total number of positive charge and total number of negative charge missing must be the same. So this type of defect is shown by Schottky defect. Jihetu yate khali jaga hoy jay. So basic thing is jihetu yate khali jaga hoy jay karone density decreases. Yate density remains same Frankel defect. Kintu Schottky defect density decreases. Jihetu cation or anion missing thake crystal to pra. Kisuman particles missing thake. Aru jihetu equal positive charge and equal number of negative charge is missing due to Schottky defect, electrical neutrality is maintained. In both these cases, electrical neutrality. In both these cases, electrical neutrality is maintained. Remember, in both these cases, electrical neutrality is maintained. Kuno electrical positive yet electrical charge or kuno poriborton nohoy. Etia ami kenuka dhonor crystalot Schottky defect dekhoy. Kenuka dhonor crystale Schottky defect dekhoy. If the solid in which the size of the cation and anion do not have much difference, cation or anion or size or major jodi beshi parthekyo na thake, eta kotha hoday monot rakhiba ami janu e agor pra paijo je hoday anion or size to cation atke dangor hoy. The size of the anion is always bigger than the cation, but if that difference is very small, that will show Schottky defect. If that difference is very large, that will show Frankel defect. So this type of crystal will show crystal which the size difference is less will show Schottky defect. Example will find some example like this: sodium chloride, metal halides, cesium chloride, silver bromide, etc. Now this type of substance will exhibit Schottky defect. Now there is an interesting point here. You have seen that in both these cases silver bromide is common. Dikhane duita khetrote silver bromide to eke thake. Thik ase. So whether it is Schottky defect, whether it is Frankel defect, we are having etu porikhat ketiaba ahe. So ami buji palo Schottky defect or Frankel defect. Schottky defect ki hoy density komi jay, Frankel defect density no come. That is the basic difference. All right. So Frankel defect sadharante size difference to kom hoy between cation and anion, and in Frankel defect size difference between cation and anion is very large. So this type of stoichiometric defect, in all these defects what we have seen, in all these defects the stoichiometry is maintained. So that is why it is called as stoichiometric defect. All right, buji paisa. Titiale we will go for the next type of classification, that is next type of defect in solid, that is impurity defect. Okay.